The past is not fixed. It is not a stone tablet that cannot be broken. I tell you, the past is nothing more than a memory, and a memory is nothing more than an image in the imagination. If you can change the image, you can change the past. And when you change the past, you automatically change the future. Welcome to the portal. Tonight we enter the garden of the mind, using the most powerful tool I have ever given you, the pruning shears of revision. Most men are gardeners who do not know they are gardening. They allow the weeds of regret, the thorns of arguments, and the roots of failure to grow wild in their minds. They replay the same argument with their spouse. They replay the moment they lost the job. They replay the feeling of being ignored. And because they water these weeds with their attention, the weeds grow. They produce the fruit of more arguments, more loss, and more rejection in the future. I say to you, you must take up the pruning shears. You must cut the vine of the bad memory and graft a new vine in its place. Let me tell you of a grandmother who proved this law. She came to me with a heavy heart. She had been estranged from her son and daughter-in-law for 2 years. There was a bitter argument, and she was ordered out of their home. For 2 years there was silence. She sent gifts to her grandson, but they were never acknowledged. She told me her story and wept. I said to her, "You must use the pruning shears." I told her that every night before sleep, she must stop replaying the argument. She must stop feeling the pain of the silence. Instead, she must rewrite the script. So she began. She sat in her chair and mentally constructed 2 letters. One was from her grandson, the other was from her daughter-in-law. In her imagination, she opened the envelopes. She felt the paper in her hands. She read the words she wanted to hear. "Mother, we love you. We miss you. When are you coming to see us?" She did not just think of the letters, she thought from them. She read them over and over in her mind until she felt the relief, the joy, and the satisfaction of a family restored. She did this for 7 nights. On the morning of the 8th day, a letter arrived. When she opened it, she found 2 notes inside, one from her grandson and one from her daughter-in-law. They were almost word for word the exact letters she had written in her imagination. The silence of 2 years was broken in 8 days, not by begging, not by forcing, but by revising. Now you ask, how do I use the pruning shears? At the end of every day, before you sleep, review the events of your day. Do not judge them, just watch them pass. If there is a moment that was not ideal, a rude comment, a financial loss, a feeling of loneliness, stop the film, rewind it. Now replay the scene, but change it. If you received a bill you could not pay, see the check that paid it. If you had an argument, hear the apology. If you felt pain, feel relief. Replay this new pruned version over and over until it feels real. Until you can say, "This is what happened." By doing this, you change the seed before it can take root. You are not lying to yourself. You are selecting the timeline you wish to experience. Do not let the sun go down on your wrath. Prune the day, revise the past, and watch how your tomorrows bloom into the garden of your dreams. This is the law, and it cannot fail. You see, man lives in a world of 3 dimensions, but his imagination inhabits the 4th dimension. In the world of 3 dimensions, time moves in one direction, like a river flowing into the sea. You believe that once the water has passed, it is gone forever. You say, I cannot undo what is done. But in the fourth dimension, the whole of time is present at once. The past, the present, and the future are all happening now, like a great painting spread out on a canvas. You are merely shining the flashlight of your attention on one small part of it. If you move the flashlight back, you can paint over the scene. You can change the colors. You can change the outcome. And when you return the flashlight to the present moment, the painting has changed. The future effects of that past event are now different. Now you might say, Neville, that is fine for relationships. But what of money? What of business? The law operates the same. I knew a man who was fired from his position. He was let go on a Friday afternoon with harsh words. He went home trembling with fear, seeing the bills piling up, seeing the unemployment line. I told him, you cannot accept this. You must go back to that office in your imagination. I told him to rewrite the scene of the firing. Instead of hearing the boss say, you are let go, hear him say, we have a new opportunity for you. We are giving you a raise. It seemed foolish to his senses. His senses told him he was unemployed. But he was faithful to the vision. He went home and replayed the scene. He heard the praise. He felt the handshake. He felt the gratitude of a job well done. He did this all weekend long. On Monday morning, the telephone rang. It was his boss. He said, I have been thinking about our conversation on Friday. I believe I was hasty. We need you back, but in a different capacity, with a higher salary. The man revised the past, and the present conformed to it. You must do this with intensity. You must do it until you feel the tension leave your body. When you do this, you are actually going back into the fourth dimension and changing the seed. If you do not prune the weed today, it will drop seeds into your tomorrow. You will wake up carrying the mood of yesterday's failure. But if you prune it, you wake up free. You wake up in a new timeline.